and deleted my entire video. So, okay, here's the recap. Uh, so we ended up winning 38 to 27 this week. It looked like it was going to be a massive blowout by halftime. It was 35 to 10. It went the way I predicted. I figured the score would be a little bit more lopsided, but I figured maybe we'd score a little bit more points than that. But there was some drop passes near at the end of the game from Kansas City's offense, and Mahomes really just did not have the ball that much in the second half. The 49ers offense stepped up a little bit, kept him off the field. Defensively, we're still trying to come together. We got all those new guys. It's the third week. They're still trying to play together. 6 or 7 out of those guys have never played with this team, and they're playing with guys they have never played with before from all over the AFC and NFC. Once again, I'm going to touch on this. Statistics do not determine what's on the scoreboard. We may have gave up 1,400 yards in 3 games, but at least we didn't give up 27 points to Buffalo, one of the worst teams in the AFC, to a rookie quarterback, Minnesota, and claim yourselves as one of the best defenses in the NFL. I'm just saying that's an example. New England, same. Denver, same thing. It's not just Minnesota. Green Bay, same thing. Claiming to be some of the best defenses in the NFL. They're not giving up 500 yards a game like we are, but they're sure as hell giving up as many points, if not more. So statistics do not determine what's on the scoreboard. So I'm done talking about that. That's as far as I'm going to go with it. So if people want to harp on the defense for giving up 500 points a game, I don't give a shit. We're 3-0. We're still winning games by 11 and 5 points. So what's your point? Whoop-de-doo, 500 yards. Give somebody 500. Play him in fantasy. That's the best you're going to get out of it. That's all I'm saying. That's it. That's point blank period. That's all I'm saying. Statistics do not determine what's on the scoreboard. There's no reason to go out and try to fire Bob Sutton because the defense has given up 1,400 yards a game because linebackers are blowing coverages and they can't pick up their guys. Those linebackers are new. Reggie Ragland's the only one that's still there. Justin Houston is, but he's used more as a DN. So, once again, defense looked great in the first half. It was 35 to 10. Gave them a little bit of leeway. A lot of coverages got blown. But in the first half, coverage was fantastic. Second half, we started getting a little bit more of a pass rush. The 49ers had a slew of injuries. There was injuries all over the place, but I'm going to do a Week 3 recap tomorrow after the game's over with. But there was a lot of upsets this week, a lot of weird games. But Patrick Mahomes set a record last week. He beat out Peyton Manning and Drew Brees. He threw 10 touchdowns in the first 2 weeks. They threw 9. This week, he beat Peyton Manning's 2013 record again when they had the best offense in the league. He threw for 13. Peyton had 12. So as long as this, I just want to touch on this too. We are one of the very few teams in this league that are playing consistent from a week-to-week basis. Carolina started off slow. They're playing pretty consistent right now. Atlanta plays pretty consistent, even though they lost today. Baltimore plays pretty consistent. But all in all, between us and the Rams and the Dolphins, we're about the only 3 teams in this league that are playing consistent from a week-to-week basis. Damn. Anyways, you can't really put Jacksonville up there. They played a divisional team and lost 9-6. So they scored 6 points all day. Defense really didn't do much either. So teams that I'm actually worried about that's on our schedule, the Rams, the Ravens, and our divisional opponents. And honestly, in the division, the only 2 I'm worried about is Denver right now because they're they're competing with us for the top of the division. So right now, between us, the Rams, the Dolphins, and the Buccaneers, we're the only 4 left that's undefeated if the Buccaneers win tomorrow night. If not, it's just Kansas City, Los Angeles, and Miami that are left that are undefeated. Right now, we are classified as the top team in the NFL. I'm sitting here. I'm on the league. Kansas City's number 1 because they have forced more points. They have allowed more points than Los Angeles, but they have forced more than Los Angeles. And we also have more conference wins than Los Angeles does. We're 2-0 in the AFC. They're 1-0 in the NFC. So the list goes, we're just going to go by the top 5. It goes, Chiefs are number 1, so we're obviously number 1 in the AFC. Rams are the 2nd, which means they're number 1 in the NFC, I'm sure. Then Miami, Tampa Bay, and then Baltimore. So those are your top 5. Carolina's riding the pine at 6. Denver's down there at about 8 or 9. Cincinnati's right above them, and Jacksonville's right below them. And the only reason I say that is because both of those teams are on our schedule. So Mahomes made some video game-like plays again. He underthrew Tyreek Hill once, and he overthrew another receiver. It should have been 6 points. Drop passes, they need to fix that. Wide receivers need to quit fumbling. They fumbled today, but they got it back. They fumbled last week on a really high-end drive that cost us points. And kind of sparked Pittsburgh to start coming back. So it's just the little things. I know there's a lot of pressure on the offense because the defense is trying to, get used to each other. Eric Berry really needs to come back for this game. We got Denver on Monday night. That's going to be in another video. But this game in particular, Hunt did pretty well. Receivers looked absolutely godlike. Kelsey had a one-handed catch. If this offense keeps playing the way it does, there's going to be one way to beat us, and that's outscore us. I mean, plain and simple. I just don't. There's not really a defense that's honestly going to compete with this offense. I mean, this offense is going to keep driving no matter what. And I feel like Mahomes is one of those guys where you put him on the field and he's definitely getting past the 50 at the least. The Rams played the Chargers today, and they squeaked out a victory against them. What was the score? 35-23. So if the Chargers can play with them, anybody can play with them. I'll give them credit. They've been consistent. They've been winning football games. Their offense is looking a little better than I thought it would. But I'm still not going to sit here and say that the Rams are the most overpowered team in the NFL. That's not true. That's not true. I guarantee you we're going to find out who's the better man by the time we come and play them. That'll be a good game. I think that'll probably be one of the best games Mexico's seen. So it was a good day to be in the AFC. New England got beat by Detroit. As goes for division, Denver got beat by Baltimore by a couple scores. So that's good to see. Oakland got beat by Miami by 8 points. Another John Gruden fourth quarter collapse. And, of course, the Rams beat the Chargers. So, division-wise, let me just click on this to make sure and be specific with all this bullshit. Division-wise, we're sitting at the top 3-0. We're 1-0 in the division. Denver is right behind us at 2-1. They're 1-0 in the division. They're 1-1 in the conference because they lost to Baltimore, who is a AFC team. Los Angeles Chargers, they're 1-2, 0-1 in the division. And then, of course, Oakland is 0-3 at 0-1 in the division. So, we got a leg up right now. And I feel like if we win this game Monday night, that's going to really put us on a leg up. I really feel like that would put us a leg up. So it looks really good right now. So hopefully we keep on that grind. The Chargers have allowed 93 points. We've allowed 92, so their defense is around what ours is. Oakland, they're about the same way, 81 points. Denver's actually given up 70 points so far through the season. So there's no real tough defense in our division. And I think that's honestly going to be good for us. But Andy Reid is absolutely stellar about out-coaching divisional teams. He's 17-2 since 2015. So I think, I think we got a leg up. This division, everybody's in the negative in net points except for Kansas City. We're 26 in net points. Everybody else is negative. That's pretty damn good. So, we just need to keep it rolling, man. Defense eventually needs to come together. I know they're all new and they're all playing with each other. It would be nice to bring Earl Thomas in on a trade, mix him up with some guys. But then again, when Eric Berry gets back, what are you going to do with all of them? But I feel like, as I said before, Eric Berry comes back, a lot of things are going to change with this defense. Not everything, but a lot of things. So, I'm not really going to go deep into statistics. I mean, I feel like there's no real need to. This is the first time. Oh, no. No, this is one of our lower scoring games. 38, 38, and 42. So we're still putting in work. As I said, the defense got some really good pass rush the second half. I think as long as they get pressure on Keenum and Mahomes just keeps on putting up points, which I don't see why he wouldn't. Denver's defense isn't that special. Jacksonville's got a better defense. Baltimore's got a better defense. Cleveland's got a better defense. Pittsburgh's got a better defense, actually, according to these stats. Miami's got a better defense. There's a lot of teams in the league. Even the Jets have a better defense right now than Denver. So there's a lot of defenses that are worse or that are better off than Denver's. But that's our next game. It's going to be a huge one. Whoever wins that's going to have a leg up in the division. And from that point on, it's going to be pretty well just kind of cruise and take it as it goes. But that's about all I got for this one. There's a lot of upsets in the league. A lot of teams that are just playing extremely inconsistent. Just up and down all over the place. Beat a fairly decent team last week, and then they just get their ass handed to them by a terrible team this week. So that's where I'm going to end it there. Tomorrow night after the game, I'll do the week 3 recap on all the games and kind of touch up on all the games and give everybody that's watching a little bit of my feedback. So that's it. I mean, that's pretty much bare bones how it rolls, Actually, this is the weird thing. In the AFC conference, they got Miami listed over Kansas City. But that's the funny thing, because if you go to league, we're number 1 in the league. And Miami's number 3 in the league. So I find that kind of weird. I don't know. It's probably based off of some point system. They're 3-0 in the AFC conference. That's why. So there you go. Technically in the AFC conference, they're up above us. But otherwise, we're rolling, man. We just got to keep it going. Mahomes got to keep us up top, and he's looking great right now. So I'll post a video tomorrow night, and until then, I'll see you.